Happy Monday, kindergarten friends. Welcome back to Super Kids. We are going to finish up today on Monday our Unit 20 Lesson 3 and 4. So that means we'll be finishing up our workbook today, and tomorrow we will be starting a new one. So what I need for you to do is to go ahead and get out your Super Kid book. If you need to pause this to get it, that is totally fine, but go ahead and turn in your workbook to page 28. You should see up at the top Lily and the Wag-Wags. It should look just like mine. And remember last week we learned that the Super Kids were pretending, and they were playing make-believe and dressing up and pretending that they were aliens from different planets. We learned that they were pretending they were from like a wet planet or a hot planet or a wump planet, all kinds of different things. So today we are going to read our story. I want you to follow along with me as we read it, and I'll stop and ask questions as we're going. So go ahead, and you don't need a pencil or anything for this. You just need your Super Kid book to page 28. All right, let's get started.
Lily and the Wag-Wags. Look at the top picture. Lily is the super noodle today. She and the other super kids are wearing silly costumes. They are pretending to be make-believe creatures called Wag-Wags. They are pretending to visit make-believe planets or worlds. Listen as I read the top sentence. Lily led the Wag-Wags to the wet planet. Lily used a hose and sprinkler to make the pretend planet. Water is spraying all over and making the ground very muddy. Listen to Sal say the words in his speech balloon.
The wet planet is a mess.
All right, so what is the wet planet like? Well, they said it was a mess. It was probably wet and muddy. Look at their faces. Do you think that they're going to be excited about this wet planet? Let's find out.
Now look at the bottom picture. The Wag-Wags do not look happy on the muddy, wet planet. Listen as I read the top sentence. The Wag-Wags slip in the mud. The Wag-Wags need to swim across a pool to get away from the wet planet. Listen to Tick and Lily say the words in their speech balloons.
Swim fast. Let's get off the wet planet.
Now look.
All right, so do you think the Wag-Wags are liking the wet planet? No, I don't think so. How can you tell? Well, they're saying swim fast. They want to get off of the wet planet. So when I read about the wet planet, I ask myself, is this real or is this a make-believe planet? I can tell it is a make-believe place because children, they don't visit real planets. I also see that Lily has used a sprinkler and a little pool to make the pretend planet. Because we learned when we were doing our space unit that you can't live on other planets because some of them have no water, or maybe they're too close to the sun, so it's too hot, or maybe they're too far away from the sun, it's too cold. So we know that this is not real. All right, so now you're going to turn to page 29 in your book, and it should look just like this. All right, and we're going to follow along with page 29.
Look at the top picture on page 29. The Wag-Wags are visiting the hot planet. Lily hung a red blanket over a clothesline to make the pretend planet. The Wag-Wags are getting hot and sweaty as they crawl through it. Listen as I read the two sentences at the top. The Wag-Wags went to the hot planet. The Wag-Wags went in a tent. Listen to Lily say the words in her speech balloon.
It is hot.
Now look.
All right, so where are the wagwags now? Well, they're pretending to be on the hot planet. And what has Lily done to make Hot Planet? Look right here. She hung a blanket over a rope and she made a tent. And she's pretending that that is Hot Planet. That's a pretty good idea. All right, now we're going to be down in the bottom part of page 29.
Look at the bottom picture. The wagwags look very hot and tired. Listen as I read the first sentence. The wagwags will melt. The wagwags are ready to leave the hot planet and cool off. Listen to Lily say the words in her speech balloon.
Blast off for the wind planet!
Now turn.
All right, so what happens when the wagwags are crawling through the tent? I meant to ask y'all this on the first part up here. What happened when Lily came through the tent? She got very hot and very sweaty, right? So down here, where they are pretending that they're on the wind planet, what does blast off mean? It means to leave really quick, doesn't it? What kind of things can blast off? Well, rockets or spaceships can blast off. We learned about that. It reminds me of our countdown to blast off. Countdown to blast off. Mission Control aliens. Now I'm singing the song. All right, go ahead and turn to page 30 in your Super Kid book. It should look just like this one. We're going to find out what's going to happen now on the wind planet.
Turn to page 30. Look at the top picture on page 30. Lily used a fan near a big shady tree to make the pretend planet. The fan is making it windy and blowing around dandelion seeds and bits from other plants. The wagwags are resting in the cool breeze. Listen as I read the two sentences. The wind planet is not hot. Bits of fluff drift past. Now look.
All right, so what is the wind planet like? Well, it's probably really windy. It's probably not as hot. It's probably cool there. Is the wind planet real? No. What does Lily use to make the wind planet? She makes a fan. She uses a fan to make the windy planet. What do you think are the bits of fluff drifting in the air? Probably small parts of plants, right? Because the fan is kind of in front of the plants, and that's probably little pieces of maybe petals or things like that flying at them. All right, now you're going to be down at the bottom of page 30. Let's find out what happens now.
At the bottom picture, Lily and Edabetta are handing out cans of lemon pop to the thirsty wagwags. They are pretending the lemon pop is a drink from another planet called Planet Pop. Listen to Edabetta and Lily say the words in their speech balloons.
Let's rest. Sip a glass of Planet Pop.
Listen as I read the bottom sentence. But the wagwags must not stop. Now look at the...
All right, so do you think that the wagwags like the wind planet? Well, yes, I think so. How can you tell that they like the wind planet? Well, they stop to rest on it and look at their faces. They look really relaxed and they look happy. So what is Planet Pop? Well, it's a drink the Super Kids pretend is from another planet. That is so silly. All right, now I want you to go to page 31. We'll find out what else happens in this story. Page 31. All right, here we go.
The top picture on page 31. Lily and Icky are on top of the bus. Lily is calling the roof of the bus the tip-top planet. Tip-top means the highest part of something. The wagwags are using tall poles called stilts to get to the tip-top planet. Listen as I read the two sentences. The wagwags stand on stilts. The wagwags get to the tip-top planet. Look at the bottom.
All right, so where do the wagwags go next? To the tip-top planet. Why do you think this planet is called Tip-Top Planet? Well, look where they are. They're on the top of the bus. So I think since they're up high on top of the bus, you need stilts to get to it. All right, let's find out what happens next, the bottom part.
Lily is ready for the wagwags to leave the tip-top planet to go visit another pretend planet. But Sal and Icky think it's dangerous to hop off. Listen to Lily, Icky, and Sal say the words in their speech balloons.
Let's get to the planet Wump. Hop off. No, Lily. I will not hop off.
Listen as I read the bottom sentence. But Lily hops off to the planet Wump. Now turn to...
Oh no. So where does Lily want to go next? She wants to go to planet Wump. How will the wagwags get there? She wants them to jump off of the bus. Why don't Sal and Icky want to go to planet Wump? Because they're thinking it's way too dangerous to jump off the bus. Silly Lily. All right, go to page 32 where you see all the super kids on top of the bus. All right, and let's find out what happens on the last page.
Page 32. Look at the picture on page 32. Lily used mattresses to make the planet Wump. She made a wump sound when she landed on the mattresses. It looks like a lot of fun. The rest of the wagwags are following her. Listen as I read the sentences at the top. Wump. Lily lands on the planet Wump. It is soft. The wagwags hop and land. Wump, wump, wump. Now listen to Lily say the words in her speech balloon.
It is fun to land on the planet Wump.
So, what is the planet Wump like? Well, I think it's really fun and soft. And why do you think this planet is called Planet Wump? Wump is the sound the wagwags make when they land on the planet. What is Planet Wump made of? They're using that mattress. Do the wagwags like the planet Wump? Yes. How can you tell? Because they're smiling, they look like they're having fun. Do you ever jump sometimes on your mattress and it makes kind of that same sound as the super kids? If you're like my kids, you do it, but you try to be really quiet about it because you don't want your mom to see. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and turn to page 33 in your book. It is the last page. And fold your book back where all you see is page 33. I want you to go ahead and get a pencil for this part. And we're going to do this together. All right, so page 33, we are going to look at the very first picture up here. And I remember in our story, the very first planet that the super kids went to, remember they were pretending there was a sprinkler with water, and they were calling it the wet planet. Okay, so remember, you're going to write the name of the planet. You're going to start it off with that up uppercase letter because it's the name of a place. Just like when we write our name, we start it with an uppercase letter. Well, this is the name of the planet. So the wet planet. Let's sound out wet together. That starts with a W. Remember how we're going to make that W? We are going to do it just like that V. So we're going to go start at the strawberry. We're going to go down, up, just like that. All right, the next sound I hear, like etta betta. It's the E. Okay, so we're going down to the vanilla, but remember that E starts a little bit below the vanilla so that we can make that loop around at the vanilla. E. Okay. A T. Okay, so I'm going to start my line at the strawberry, and then I'm going to go across at the vanilla. All right, so make sure yours looks like mine because you want to make sure that you're writing it correctly. You're forming those letters correct. The wet planet. All right, let's go down to the next one. Okay, I'm trying to remember my story. And I remember Lily put a blanket over a rope, and she was kind of using it like a tent, and it was really hot. So it was the hot planet. All right, let's sound out hot together. I hear an H, so we're going to go down, and across at the vanilla. All right, like Oswald. It's that O sound. T. Good. There's that T. So the next planet that they pretended was the hot planet. All right, let's go over here to this one. Okay, I'm trying to remember. They were laying in the grass, and they were under a shade tree, and they put a fan because they were pretending that it was the wind planet. Okay, well, let's try to remember. Wind starts with what letter? W. Good. So we're going to go down, up. Like icky. I. Line down, give it one hump. And then like duck. So remember, we do the line down, and then we do the little hump this way. Make sure your D looks like mine and you're not going this way like a B. Okay, so the wind planet. Okay. All right, our next planet, they were pretending, remember they were way on top of that bus, the Super Kid Club. They were using stilts to get up there because they were calling it the top planet. So let's sound out top together. So we're going to go give it a hat and go down. Good. O. P. So you make that line down, you're going in the peanut butter, don't forget. And then you're making the hump this way. The top planet. Make sure that your top looks just like mine, okay? I want you to form it correctly. All right, and then that last planet, remember they were jumping off of the bus onto some mattresses, and it was making a funny sound. They were pretending that it was making a whoomp sound when they would hit those mattresses. So they called it the planet Whomp. Okay, so Whomp starts with W. Good, so we're going to do that again. Down, up. Good. I'm sorry, I went a little bit above the strawberry. I did not mean to do that. Don't do that with yours. Stop at the strawberry. All right. Like us. You. Good. M. So we're going to go down, give it a hump, give it a hump. Good. And then P. Good. So remember, we're going to go down into that peanut butter and go that way. Very good. All right, so that is the last page of this Super Kid book. The next book tomorrow that we're going to be working in is units 21 and 22. Okay, so you're finished with this Super Kid book. Tomorrow when you come for Super Kids, you're going to need your new Super Kid book. And we'll watch our new video and we'll learn about our new letters. Y'all have a really great Monday.